Hey students, American History, Chapter 14, New Movements in American History. Okay, so this is just a little intro video about each of the sections that we'll touch on. We'll touch lightly on some and a little bit heavier on another, but one of the good ones that I want you to look at right away is immigrants on page 438. And so when we talk about immigration and different things, maybe we could talk about how immigrants affect our lives today and how they affected about 150 years ago, particularly around 1848 when there was the great Irish potato famine and Germany had a revolution and there was other revolutions going on in Europe. We had a huge influx of immigration at that time. You'll also notice on page 443, section 2, the American arts. We'll kind of touch lightly on that, but writing and artistic work was growing at this time in America, which had not been noticeable before at this time. Lots of great writers coming out of there. Reforming society on page 448 is another good section. That's where we say, hey, what's wrong with our society? What can we do to improve it? What would we like our society to be? And how can we accomplish those goals? Number 4, the movement to end slavery. Everybody knows it's coming. Everybody knows that slavery is immoral and it's wrong, and that we're pushing as a society and as a nation to end slavery. That's probably the most important section, I would say, at that time that we're dealing with. And then along with that will come with women's rights. The slavery is on 454, women's rights 461. And then you'll understand how women didn't have the right to vote at this time, or didn't have a right to say anything politically, or even run for office or do whatever. Today, that's an entirely different story. Referring to my own personal background, my grandmother was born into a country where she could not vote. My other grandmother was an immigrant. So this kind of section, I can relate to some of the topics in there fairly well. I hope you can too. So this is just an intro. Welcome to Unit 14, Chapter 14, Sections 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We'll touch on them lightly. Good luck. Have a great time.